My name is John Bowsher, and this is my wife, Lee. And we were skeptical when we first heard about this program. And we've actually known John Shedenhelm for a long time. In fact, I've known him since high school. And frankly, if it wasn't for that personal relationship and the trust factor that I have with John, I may not have even taken the time to learn more about the concept. But we did take the time, and we thought that we would give it a try. We initially started to invest in the bank on yourself concept primarily as a supplement to our 401k retirement plan. As it's turning out, it's not going to be the supplement, it's going to be the primary source of our retirement. We started out with 2 policies, one for each of us, and then a few years later, we added a policy for each one of our kids, and we have 3 kids, so we now have 5 policies as a family. We never really even considered having to tap into the balance or the earnings or the equity in the policy. It really wasn't part of why we started it, but you learned a lot of great reasons why that is possible and some of the benefits. And one of the areas that we actually did draw money from our account came, frankly, out of the blue. We are very active in our church, and the church came up with the idea based on the parable of the talents, where we're asked to use what it is that God has given us and advance that. So the concept was to give every single adult a $50 bill and give every child a $10 bill and ask them to take that gift or that loan, invest it in some type of activity, earn money from that gift, and then return the gift and the earnings back to the church. So that was the principle or the concept. But that required some funding, some financing. Every weekend, typically 2,000 people attend the service. So we knew that we had to come up with $100,000 in order to support that activity. So Lee and I, after prayer and kind of a big leap of faith, because there was no guarantee that we would get our money back, we decided to call John, because frankly we didn't have access to any other money other than certainly to the level that we needed. And John, we explained what we needed the money for, that if we were able to do this, we needed it fast. And sure enough, he came through, and Lee and I were absolutely blessed to be able to contribute with 3 other families to fund that $100,000. And the end result is it turned out to be an incredibly successful opportunity. The church has grown significantly in the faith, and we earned, not only did we all get our money back, but we earned an additional $100,000 on top of it that was spread out over 4 different missions that we've been able to really advance the kingdom in a lot of other ways. And truly, that could have only happened, and we could have only contributed in that because of our involvement with banking on yourself.
And John, one of the things that I was mentioning is that there's no end of the different ways in which you can use these plans. That's the first time I have heard that. I was astonished when he told me that story right before we came up here. That's amazing. But it's truly limited only by your imagination what you could use the plans for.